Oh my gosh, no way. Never would I have ever imagined that this channel would be where it's at. I mean, almost 650K subs, are you kidding? When I started this thing back in 08, 09, I was just trying to maybe find 100 people who wanted to listen to whatever it is I had to say. Then I hit 100K subs. Then I got that email from YouTube saying, you're the next creator on the rise. You're gonna be on the homepage of YouTube for 24 hours. Like, what? What's happening? All this to say, thank you. A huge heartfelt thank you. Whether you've been here from the beginning when I had really no clue what I was doing, to maybe subbing in the last few weeks, to sometimes still not knowing really what I'm doing. I'm super appreciative. I graduated culinary school back in 2000 and I was a line cook and made $8.50 an hour. Like, the fact that this is a gig is just wild. And the journey has been absolutely amazing, and I could not be happier. And then 4 weeks ago happened. I don't know if it's just because of my age, I'm 42, out of nowhere, I mean, completely out of nowhere, I was hit with this identity crisis. And this question kept plaguing me, like, who am I? Who am I anymore? I mean, when I started this channel, I was only a year or two removed from the restaurant industry. Now I'm 16 years removed from the restaurant industry. Am I still a chef? Do I still know what I'm talking about or doing? I haven't been in a professional kitchen in years. I mean, so much has changed. I'm married. I have a kid. Do I still have anything to say about any of this anymore? These questions just kept hitting me over and over again. So I took the next several weeks to sort of dig in. Watched, listened, read, sought out wisdom from old bosses, old chefs, old culinary school buddies. Shoot, I even put up a poll just asking, like, why do you even follow this channel? What keeps you interested in coming back? And there's one thing that kept ringing true over and over again, and that was going back to the beginning, kind of refinding my roots, starting with the basics, starting over essentially. Now, food for me has really always been about seeing people smile. Them taking that first bite and you just get that grin ear to ear and that nod, shaking their head yes. Like, such a huge sense of achievement, gratification. More importantly though, just sharing food with people, your friends, your family, people you love. And there's a lot of emotional connection to food. Maybe it's a dish you had as a kid. Maybe it's a meal that you're eating and reminds you of your first date with your now spouse. Whatever it is, I want to bring those things out. And I've always said there is nothing like connecting with friends, family, whoever, over a delicious meal. The great conversations, the vulnerabilities, that's what it's all about. And my goal has always been to try to teach how to become a better cook, not just a better recipe follower. And as I've gotten older, I find myself pushing into classic techniques even more and taking ingredients out. I believe that proper cooking with really good ingredients and products makes the best food, not adding more things, trying to get a complexity of flavors. Simplicity is always so elegant, and I really truly believe that good cooking is how you get there. And to that end, I'd like to slowly and subtly add a few videos here and there over the next few weeks and few months that really help create a solid foundation for cooking, and of course, with a few things thrown in. I recently found all of my culinary school books and any handout I ever received from my chefs. I want to go back to school with you. It's been so long since I've looked over any of this. I can't wait to relearn all this information and share it with you. And guess what? If I don't get it right on camera, I'm gonna say it. And we're gonna fix it until we get it right and show you what to do and what not to do. And I also don't want to be ignorant to trying new things. I can sometimes be a hard-nosed guy who, look, this is the way that I learned it. It's not broke, so I'm not going to fix it. It's still delicious. And by doing that, I think I'm neglecting some newer styles, newer techniques where maybe things are actually better, more efficient, or even cheaper. I want to try more testing of things, sharing what I find. Is this the best way to cook chicken, pork, or steak? Is there a newer technique that's better than the old one? I mean, all of it. And another big thing, when I first started my channel, I was doing a bunch of live morning TV at your local news station all across the country. And I became very stand-up, like, Joy, here's the next ingredient that I'm going to add into this dish. And honestly, it's been a really big struggle for me to try to break away from that. So my goal is to be a little bit more raw, authentic, vulnerable, just more down to earth, and a lot less 60-minute news. Now, here's what I'm not. I'm a restaurant guy. My goal is always to prepare the most delicious food possible and get it to the guest in a timely manner with the best service as possible. We weren't sitting around talking about or even thinking about the molecules that were changing in a potato as it fries in oil. I'm not a science or why guy. It's never interested me. Maybe it will one day, but today, unfortunately, is not that day. And there are quite a few channels out there that do such a good job of that. People who have PhDs or biology degrees who really push in on that, and they do such a great job. So I'm going to be over here and I'm going to stay in my lane with just basic fundamental cooking. Now, all this to say, I am still going to be doing recipes and still giving you as many tips and substitutes as I can possibly come up with. And last but not least, and really super important to me, the internet is full of seeing people tear other people down. I mean, you see the comments online on any of the socials. I don't like that negativity. That's not for me. What I'd like to do is be an encourager. I want to be someone who builds other people up and gives them the confidence to be successful in their kitchen, in their home, in life, whatever it is. And that's where we're going with this channel. I'm really excited about this direction. I hope you'll join me. I'm super appreciative that you're even here. And in the meantime, God bless you all. See you soon.